Hi, welcome back. Today's topic is hyperindependence, father absence, and God's healing. If you are a daughter of a single mother with an absent father, or even if he were sometimes in your life, if you grew up learning how to be strong before you actually knew how to be soft, then this message is for you. Today, I want to talk about something that doesn't always look like pain on the outside, but oftentimes it's called hyperindependence. For many of us, it didn't start as confidence, it started as survival. And as I constantly reflect on my life, not looking back in a negative way, but reflecting and knowing areas that I miss and areas that I can grow in, I like talked about it in my previous video. I was raised in a single mother household, and for most of my formative years, my father was not present. And when you grow up without a consistent father figure, you learn not to expect too much from anyone. You learn how to carry things alone. You learn how to push through. You learn how to be responsible before you're actually ready. And somewhere along the way, strength becomes your identity. I didn't call it hyper independence back then. I just thought it was strong. It was capable. Low maintenance. I'm the big sister. But the truth is, I learned to not need to ask for help, not need to depend on anyone. So what does hyper independence look like? Hyper independence can look like feeling uncomfortable, asking for help. And I still struggle with this one. I do. Telling yourself, I'll just handle it. I'm learning to delegate. Also being the one everyone relies on. Struggling to receive love, care, or support without guilt. It looks like saying, "Oh, I'm fine," when you're tired. And for daughters of single mothers, and often it comes from watching your mother or your grandmother, if you grew up in a generational home of single mothers. You watched them do everything, sometimes with little help, little rest, and very little room to fail and to fall apart. We learned strength by example, but we also learned silence and how to keep silent, which brings me to my point. I want to give glory and honor to God for restoring my voice. So this is where, your faith connection comes in. So God as the Father, here's the gentle truth. God had to teach me, and he's still teaching me. It took me years to figure out, which is why I'm here to help you figure it out sooner than I did. Strength without surrender becomes isolation, and I'm still figuring out this as I walk on my journey to healing. The Bible tells us that God is the father to the fatherless, the healer. Something I wholeheartedly did not understand when I was growing up. I would have loved a deeper understanding of this scripture. But God says, "My grace is sufficient for you. My power is made perfect in your weakness." That verse used to bother me because I didn't want to be weak and I didn't fully understand it. I had survived by not being weak. But God was not asking me to fall apart. He was asking me to stop carrying everything alone and to rest in him. And it took me years to understand. And now that I do, there is no other way. There's no way back, because I know what the old me looked like and felt like. And I was only hurting myself in that process and in that journey. So a healing perspective Hyper-independence, keep in mind that hyper-independence isn't a character flaw, it's a coping mechanism. And God is gentle with coping mechanisms that once kept us all safe. Healing doesn't mean become dependent on people who may fail you. It means learning interdependence with God first and with safe people. The key word being safe people that He places in your life. It means letting God meet the needs you learn to suppress, allowing love, resting without guilt, trusting slowly, not shutting down completely. So my encouragement to daughters of single mothers and absent or sometimes the absent fathers. If you're a daughter of a single mother, I want you to hear this very clearly. You're not broken. Yeah, you're not broken because you had to learn to survive. You're not cold because you learned to protect yourself. And you're not weak from wanting support now. God sees the little girl who had to grow up fast and learn the things the hard way, with no roadmap, no compass. He sees the woman who had to learn how to hold it all together, and He's not asking you to be strong anymore. He's inviting you to be held in His Holy Spirit rooting word. So today, maybe the prayer isn't, God, make me stronger. The prayer is, God, teach me how to rest in You. Teach me and continue to grow me. Continue to show me. If this spoke to you, you're not alone. And healing, slow, gentle, and God-led, is possible. I would love to send you scriptures that are currently helping me along my journey. A simple yes in the comment section is all you need to do. And I would love to send those scriptures to you. Thank you for tuning in. And may you have a safe, loving Christmas. And remember that Jesus is the reason for this season. So Merry Christmas. And I'll be back. Thanks for tuning in. Bye for now. The gentle truth is God had to teach me. And it took me years to figure this out, which is